Hey everybody, welcome to Busy Moms Yoga. I'm Megan. Thank you so much for joining me today for this short but effective flow focused totally on the back. We're going to be on our mats for pretty much the entire practice, a little bit of a couple forward folds just to decompress the spine a bit, but really no equipment necessary. If you'd like to prop a block underneath your low spine in bridge pose, we're going to take a few of those. Can always try that as a variation, or maybe to make it just feel good and a little restorative. So if you want to take that option, have a block ready to go actually, because we're going to start in a bridge pose. So keep that handy. But otherwise, when you're ready, maybe put on some soft, gentle music in the background, really help us relax and get into our space here. When you're ready, come on down to your back. We'll get started lying down. We won't jump right into that bridge pose, but maybe start with your feet on the edges of your mat, knock your knees together, bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and take a moment just to connect to the breath. Feel the entire length of your spine connected to the mat, from the back of your head, down your neck, in between your shoulder blades, center of your back, all the way down to your tailbone. And breathe. Feel your chest rise and feel the ribs expand. One more deep breath in through the nose and let it go. Bring your arms down to your sides. Bring your feet together. Try to march them close to your hips if you can. And throughout our bridge poses today, I want you to imagine your spine in the shape of the letter C. So we're not arching the back at all here. If anything, tilts the pelvis forward a bit, kind of engages the core. And on your next inhale, starting with the low back, start to rise. One vertebrae at a time, lifts up, pushing through your heels. Hold it here. Again, picture that C in your mind and feel the core muscles turn on. And if you start to feel like you're sagging down a bit, just push up through the feet. One more big inhale. And exhale slowly and controlled. Remembering that letter C, we lower back down one vertebrae at a time. And breathe. I'm going to do that again 2 more times. And if at any point you want to use that block, actually feels really great on the low spine, might be something to do at the end of our practice today as well. But when you're ready, big inhale, start to lift, pushing through the heels. And if you want to take that modification, I have my block on kind of the middle height, but whatever height works for you, propping it right underneath that low spine, keeping your hands down on the mat. And you're still taking that same shape, just a little less active here, but it certainly does feel good. And if you don't have the block, remember, keep pushing through those heels. Remove the block if you're using it, and exhale nice and slow, lower down. One more time. Take a moment here. We're going to interlace our fingers underneath our low spine this time, if that feels okay for you. So when you're ready, push through the heels, lift the hips up, start to shimmy your shoulder blades underneath. And if it's accessible, interlace the fingers. Kind of helps engage the core and makes you push the hips just a bit higher. And breathe. Keep those legs parallel with one another. Sometimes they start to want to open up. Release the hands nice and slow. One vertebrae at a time, we return. Bring both knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, maybe sway side to side. Roll out that low spine. We'll take it to a spinal twist. So keep the right knee into your chest. Left foot gets extended nice and long. Big inhale here. And exhale, cross that right knee over to the left side. And if it doesn't quite touch the floor, that's okay. You can also prop a block under your knee there. Just brings the ground a little bit closer. I like to keep my left hand on my right knee just to add a little extra pressure. Right arm comes out to the side, maybe gaze over the right shoulder. Notice how you feel. We're going to come back to this posture at the end. Come back onto your back. Bring both knees into your chest again. If you're using the block, maybe move it to the other side. Roll the spine out again, just as we did before. Keep the left knee in, right leg gets extended long. This time, big inhale. And exhale, crossing the left knee over to the right side this time. Left arm is extended out to the side. Using my right hand to put a little extra pressure on my left knee. And if it feels okay, glancing over your left shoulder. And breathe. Can't forget to breathe. Rolling onto your back, a little side to side sway one more time. And then however you're gonna get there, we're moving to a downward dog. So if you want to just move into that posture, however feels most comfortable for you, I'm gonna take some rock and rolls here. Nice and slow, coming all the way up, sending the feet behind me. And when you're ready, try to just start energetically sending those heels down towards the mat. Maybe pedal the legs out a bit. And just stay here to breathe. Any movements that you might need, maybe rocking the hips from side to side. Turn your toes to the left side of your mat. Pushing down with your left hand, kind of feel the side body open up a bit. Walking back through center, same thing, pointing the toes to the right side. Keeping that right hand attached to the mat. Back to center here. Nice and slow, walk your toes up towards the top of your mat. Don't rise up. We're just going to hang here in a forward fold. Once again, that trusty block, if you want to prop that down just to rest your hands on, totally optional. Most importantly here, just let the head and the neck hang heavy. No tension in the head and the neck, decompressing the spine. Maybe grab opposite elbows, give yourself a little sway. Hands come back down, and slowly walk yourself back to that downward dog. Stay here for a breath. And drop the knees down. Beautiful. All right, let's take a few rounds of cat-cow here, really getting into that spine. On your inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, lift your gaze, lift your tail. Exhale, round the spine, pushing down with your hands and your shins. Feel your core. Inhale, lift your gaze. Exhale, round. Let's take 2 more rounds here. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the spine, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. All right, we're going to move into some, meet me in a neutral tabletop here first. We're going to do some 90-degree leg lifts. So stay with me. I'm going to start with my left side just so you can see me a little bit better. So staying in that tabletop, quick alignment check. Shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Hips are over the knees. Keeping the bend in your left knee the whole time. Nice and slowly start to lift that back leg up towards the ceiling until you feel like your quad is about 90 degrees parallel to your knee is 90 degrees, your quad is parallel to the ground. Toes can be flexed or pointed, your choice. Feel that core turn on. Hold it here for a breath. Now, without dropping it down, nice and slow, start to lift that knee out towards the side as if you're taking it to a fire hydrant. Nice and slow, bringing the left knee towards the left elbow. Controlled movement here. Start to bring that left foot down towards the mat. And opening up your toes a bit so that you have that open hip. Toes are pointing towards the top left side, a little bit of a diagonal here. And then just nice and gently sink the hips back a bit. Opening up the hips, taking any pressure off the spine. Just hold it here for a moment. And slowly start to shift the weight back into your hands. Swing that left leg back to meet the right. Let's take a round of cat-cow here and reset. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Coming back to neutral. Same thing on the other side. So keeping that 90-degree angle in your right knee this time. Start to kick that back right foot up towards the ceiling. Again, toes can be pointed, toes can be flexed. You can kind of play around with both. Feel the core muscles really turning on here. Hold it for just a second. Nice and slow with control. Start to open up that hip. Knee comes out to the right side. Taking it like a fire hydrant, as if you're bringing your right knee to your right elbow. Slow movement here. And drop that right foot down, toes pointing towards the top right corner. And the hips sink back just a bit to feel that hip opening. And breathe. Start to shift that weight back to your hands. Right leg swings around to meet the left. Bring the knees to the outer edges of the mat. Sink back, child's pose. Bring your forehead down to the mat. Take a moment here. Reconnect to the breath. Filling up each lung and let it go. Slowly lift the head up. Bring your body forward. We're going to come down onto our bellies. And we'll start with a baby cobra. So bringing your hands right underneath your shoulders. On your next inhale, gently lift, not pushing too hard with your hands. If anything, you can lift your hands up off the mat. They're really just there for support, driving the elbows backwards, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Legs are zipped up. Exhale, let it go. Make a little pillow with your hands. Relax your forehead. This time, lift up. We're going to take it a little bit deeper into a sphinx. So elbows under shoulders this time. Fingertips nice and wide spread out on your mat. Zip the legs together. Send your heart forward. Lift your gaze forward. Option to stay right here. And if you want to make it a little bit more active, start to energetically, as if you could slide your hands backwards and drag the mat backwards with you. You'll feel your back turn on just a little bit more. Big inhale and exhale, let it go. Make that little pillow with your hands. And finally, taking it to a locust pose, bring your hands down to the sides. Rest your forehead down just for a moment. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift everything up, okay? So ready, inhale, lift the head, hands, and toes. Reaching with your hands towards the back of the room, reaching with your head towards the front of the room. And exhale, release. One more time, we'll take it to that locust pose. Arms come back down to your sides. Inhale, lift the head, hands and feet, reaching towards the front and back of the room, breathing, feeling every muscle in your back turn on, and exhale, relax. We're going to close out today similar to how we started. So rolling over onto your backs again. Bring the knees into your chest. Give yourself that little back massage. Side to side sway. And once again, we'll take it to that spinal twist. So right knee comes in, left leg goes out long, big inhale. Exhale, sending the right knee over to the left side, right arm tees out. And maybe you feel a little bit more open in the back. Maybe you can bring your knee down a little bit lower. Maybe you're in exactly the same spot, and that's okay. But hopefully you feel a little looser, a little lighter. Bring both knees into your chest. Once again, give yourself a little sway side to side. Extend the right leg out this time. Left knee comes into the chest. Big inhale. And exhale, crossing it over to the right side. Left arm tees out. I always like to close out with a spinal twist, so especially a spine-focused practice. Can't not take a spinal twist. Coming back onto your back one last time here, a little hug, and give yourself that roll out of the low spine. Kick your feet up towards the ceiling for happy baby. You can reach and grab behind your hamstrings, behind your calves, or outer edges of the feet. And once again, feeling the whole length of your spine connected to the mat from the top of your head, or the back of your head, I should say, all the way down to your tailbone. All right. And if you have a little more time to stay and stretch, go for it. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that your back feels great. I hope that you take this class over and over and over again, maybe once a week or every few days, just to give a little extra attention to our backs, which do so much for us every single day. Thank you guys so much again. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Follow me on Instagram, Busy Moms Yoga. That way you'll know when I'm dropping some new videos for you. All right. Thanks, guys. Namaste.